This bill is not a ban on the importation of inducing drugs. The importation of misoprostol and mifepristone for purposes of inducing is already illegal in this state. This is about the mechanism. This is another bill in the endless series of assaults on women's rights that we see session after session after session, where the Constitution, the rule of law, and women themselves are seen as collateral damage. It violates the Constitution of either this state or of the United States in at least 4 different ways, which was better than the 8 different ways it did in its previous iterations. By having an extraterritorial regulatory effect, it violates the Interstate Commerce Clause of the United States Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3. The key TAM provision triply violates the Constitution of both the United States and Texas. It involves the same enforcement provision, this so-called private right of action, where we turn every member of this state, every citizen, actually not every citizen, every person in this state, into a mercenary for hire by the anti-zealot crowd that keeps pulling us in this direction. It violates the separation of powers of the Constitution, says Judge Peoples, by unlawfully delegating the enforcement power of the state to an individual. Secondly, by giving a private right of action to any person, it violates the Texas Constitution's standing to sue provision. And third, it violates the due process of law clause of the United States Constitution 14th Amendment by awarding an unharmed plaintiff damages from a defendant that didn't cause that person harm. And what the court said in that case is, this isn't damages, that's punishment. That is not allowed under the United States Constitution. And then we have this kind of weird thing about money going to charities, when the plaintiff gets the money if you're a close family member, if you're a husband, a grandparent, then you get the whole $100,000 provided for in the bill. But if you're not, if you're just a vigilante, then you only get $10,000 and $90,000 goes to a charity of your choice. And might there be an incentive for somebody who feels that this is the right thing to do, to direct that $90,000 to organizations that feel as they do? Could it be a money grab? Really? It could be. It's troubling.